Hello, I'm Dr. James Bogash. I'm the author of the articles on modernhealthmyths.com, and continuing with our vaccination video series, we're going to talk today about influenza, especially as it relates to children, but certainly we can extend that conversation to adults and seniors. Influenza, I don't need to describe to you what it is, and certainly it can create a problem. When it comes to kids, we generally lose, despite what you may hear, the CDC's own numbers, we lose at the most 100 children per year to actually laboratory confirmed influenza. While that is awful, I have mentioned time and time again that we lose more kids in the United States improperly restrained in child car seats than we do to influenza. So keep that in mind and think about how much effort we put towards the influenza and you need to get your shot and how much money we put versus the payout, considering what we might get if we gave everybody a car seat, which is probably a little bit on the cheaper side than influenza vaccination. So influenza, the vaccination, there's a couple concerns. Is first of all, it doesn't develop lifelong immunity. The CDC came out with a study within the past year or two, and they were high-fiving each other, patting each other on the back, saying that the immunity lasted about 6 to 9 months, and they were all happy, and it had to do with, no matter when you got your vaccination, it protected you through flu season. Well, what does that mean? If you got the flu, you are now protected against that strain for a long time. If you got the vaccination, you're good for 6 to 9 months. That's pretty typical. When you actually get an infection, your body develops a much stronger immunity than when it's injected in a weakened form into your bloodstream. So keep that in mind. It's likely that with the recurrent use of influenza vaccines that we are creating a population that has no immunity to any of the influenzas that run around, as opposed to developing it, developing an infection and keeping your immune system strong as a result of that. Then the question is, how well does the influenza vaccination work? Well, the reality is that the populations most concerned are the very young with health, so asthmatics, cerebral palsy. There's some other conditions that can lead a child to be more susceptible to respiratory type diseases. And then we have our elderly. And we certainly know that it can strike the elderly and can be lethal in the elderly. Unfortunately, most of the data on the vaccination finds that it is most effective in the adult population 18 to 55, which is the age group that rarely suffers fatalities from the vaccination. In the children and in the adults, the efficacy is not very good. So I find it ironic that the populations we most need to protect are the ones that it protects the least against. And as always, I personally would never consider getting a flu vaccination. Neither would for my family. What we do is we do our best to keep your immune system strong, which is certainly a topic for another video.